Yarg! Welcome back to Sunless. Okay, I gotta stop doing that every single fucking episode now. Welcome back, guys. Falcon, Sunless Sea, episode number 2. First episode, we kind of dealt with a lot of the text-heavy portion. We did a lot of the initial tutorial, creating our characters, so that was really text-heavy and story-heavy. Hopefully this episode onward, we're gonna do some more stuff in the sea, so... for all of you guys that are a little bit, anxious and whatnot, I understand. Believe me, I'm a really anxious person myself, but this is a game that actually really focuses a lot more on the story than anything else, so you do kind of understand because of that fact alone. But either way, we're back over here. We've actually done Hunter's Keep, and we also dealt with the Storm God. Storm. The Storm God Storm. Very original. And we sacrificed some food, otherwise the Storm God was going to get mad, and we don't want that happening. So either way, we also landed on this little light ship over here. Let's check out what this is all about. Alright, so we can speak to the crew. They long for news of home. So what you do over here is you could actually give them news from home. Remember that newspaper that we read in the first episode back in our hotel room? We could actually give this to them. And I forget what this does. I think it might reduce terror or something. I'm not entirely sure. We could also purchase fuel from them. They actually sell fuel, 20 echo for 1 fuel. So it's actually, this is kind of like the going price most of the time in most places. It's going to be more expensive. Falcon London sells fuel for 10, so that's your best bet for fuel. But if you're in a pinch, this will probably be your ideal bet. So we're okay on fuel right now, so I'm going to say no. We're going to speak to the crew and actually give them some of the news from home and see what happens over here. So, tea beneath the light. In a bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terrors receipt. So now you have one Z story, which is actually really good because there's some people that only trade items depending on how many Z stories you have. You also lost 2 terrors, so now we're down to 0 again. And we also lost our recent news that we had. So we don't have that news anymore for trading. Because once you apparently tell the news to one person, nobody else wants to hear about it. So apparently you can't, it's a one-time type of deal with news apparently. Let's go and check out the map over here. We're going to head up to Carissa's Point pretty soon. And remember, let's make sure that we're also spamming the Z button so our bats over here kind of reconnaissing the area for us and getting some more fragments for us. So we got Vanderbright in the north distance. We already know about that. Occasionally you'll hear some bells. What those bells tell you is that there's something awaiting you in port. So sometimes ports will be closed, but after you meet a certain amount of requirements or RNGs wants to take play into the game itself, some ports will just open up and you go over there and, you'll be able to trigger some new events. Right now we're going to Vanderbright, which is the place where we're going to drop up the tomb colonists, so that's where we're heading right now. Let's actually turn the corner over here. There's no enemies about, so I'm relatively happy about that. We've taken some hull damage, not too much, but there is a significant amount of damage that I'm not too crazy about. And also realize too, if you bump into islands and shit, you're going to actually take some hull damage, so try not to do that. Alrighty. The trouble with tomb colonists, you brought this decaying immigrant north, now what? One last fight. Oh, he wants to fight me. God damn it. Sometimes everything is fine with these home colonists, but sometimes they want to fight you when you drop them off. Your passengers have been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hangs back chuckling. Thanks, crew. So this is going to be a straightforward challenge. Your iron quality gives you a 100% chance to success. So thankfully, because we have, we did go with the iron trade initially, when we made our character, we have a 100% chance of succeeding over here, so let's go forward. An effortless defense. The tomb colonists have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is, when she wasn't drunk quite so much rum. You'll never know. She salutes you, laughing after you disarm her. Good night. She opines, then she staggers backward and falls over to the side. Speaking of which, these tomb colonists are actually mummies in a sense. So there's going to be a lot of weird looking people in this game. Because again, it's kind of like this really fucked up world. It's very, again, H.P. Lovecraft in a sense. You never do find what happened to her, but at least you have her rather magnificent cavalry saber and her belongings. Oh, sweet. So I've gained 1 iron, so we're up to 51 now, which again, iron is our overall attack value. You lost the tomb colonists, which is the one that we brought home right now. You also gained 2 supplies, so our food went up by 2. You succeeded in an iron challenge, and you brought a tomb colonist to Vanderbright and defeated them in an unexpected duel. And you also have 1 new outlandish artifact, which is probably the saber that we just talked about right now. So that's pretty good. Artifacts, again, are used for story purposes and mission purposes. I haven't really used them myself, but, at least we have them now. If you want to find out what you do have, you can go to the hold over here, and this will tell you what curiosities you do have right now. So we have a Tale of Terror, a Z story, we have a secret still, and then the outlandish artifact we just got right now. So back to story. Alrighty. So now that we're in Vanderbright itself, A dusty glass of wine. This is locked because you need terror of 25. Remember I talked about significant amount of terrors? Well, sometimes, like for instance, this one over here requires you to have a high terror in order to unlock this over here. So, you know, since we don't have 25 terror, which is probably good for us right now, we don't need to do this one. Explore Vanderbilt. So we're going to do this one right now, which is kind of like the basic one. Walk around town, see what's going on over here. We go on a picnic. Creepers climb the shattered pyramid, and owl blinks at you from the idol's mouth. In the undergrowth, a cave lizard munches decorously on a white cricket. This place seems peaceful. Rest a while. So this is actually going to require 1 supply. If I'm right, this actually just reduces terror, but I could be wrong. But yeah, we'll try it out. We'll see what happens. Wine and sea bread. You and your comrades find stones to perch on and munch lava bread, truffles, and herring. Someone passes a bottle of Greyfields in adequate vintage. White crickets buzz in the weeds. A shiver of wind passes, and then the air is still, with that absence of chill that passes from Mort down here. 2 sailors' companion tattoos. Your head swims pleasantly with the wine. So we lost 1 supply. We also lost 1 terror. That's all for now. So yeah, all we did was just reduce our terror. That was actually a waste of our supply right there, because our terror was actually pretty low as it was. But whatever. There was also a chance of probably getting a Z story, so you kind of want to take that chance on occasion. Alright, so now we're going to visit the first curator. The Captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonists. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists to solve in the end. Its time is closes. So, I'm going to check what this is all about here. The first curator commands, no more light. So, as you can see, it's literally no more light. The obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamp lighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandage shaped no longer than a child lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. So we're going to listen to a whispered request. The Captain. Silkskin. Not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. So this is going to be a mission for us to undertake. Unlock with no more than 0 the neat row. Okay. And ask about the Grand Sanatorium. So he wants to go to the Grand Sanatorium. He wants us to bring him 7 different colors to do it, though. Let's ask about the Grand Sanatorium first and foremost. Let's see. Oh, silkskin. You know what, dog? I don't really appreciate this whole silkskin type of thing just because you're wrapped up like a fucking mummy, right? It's really insensitive. Don't call me a silkskin, even though it sounds like a compliment in a sense, but still. I know it's not a compliment when it comes to this guy. He's just over here just being really, like, you know, facetious about the whole thing. Oh, silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we needed something elsewhere, somewhere to end. Alrighty, so that's the Grand Sanatorium. We're gonna accept his commission. No more words. It collapses, rustling back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the ubiquitous steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do this one last favor. So now you have a page from the Neatbo Pelican. We have Irigo, Virik, Violant, Apician. You also have the Neatbo, and you have the Gant and Cosmogon. So, this is a quest that I have never actually completed myself, and maybe this will be the time that I do. So we've done that already. Let's see about gathering some gossip now. Along the coast of the Untitled Sea, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit, nearly dead who leaves London becomes tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues enough to keep your contacts in London interested. So we have another port report from Vanderbilt. So good. Anything else for us to do right here? We already did this one, but let me just double check it again. Yeah. Depart for now. So we are done over here. Let's go to the shipyard. There's also a available ship over here you can buy. I've never been able to purchase another ship myself, but I think that requires quite a few runs and quite a significant amount of echoes to actually accomplish. That's the reason why. But as you can see, this one, for instance, the Arcade of Sights gives you 20 quarters, 70 hold, bigger ship weight, more hearts, more veils, more pages, etc., etc. And, yeah. We need a deed of a steam yacht. I wonder if maybe completing this guy's quest would unlock this ship for your people. Interesting. Alright, so there's a few shops over here. Fuel is being sold by 20. We're fine for now. Supplies 30. We're good on that one. Let's check out the Hollow Temple. Recent news, visions of the surface. The vision of the surface, you could actually, this is a news report that you get from a certain area in the game, and you could bring it over here and sell it to them because Vanderbright really loves stories of the surface. And there's the Charnel Lounge. You could buy some tomb colonists or sell them. So the more tomb colonists you get out in the sea, you could actually bring them back over here and sell them off. So for now, we're going to bypass everything over here. So we're done. Officers, journal. Yeah, we're fine for now. So what we're going to do is, let me take a look at this really quickly here. I think we have how many port reports? Where does it tell me my port report's at again? Does not tell me that? I'd be surprised if it didn't. Journal, maybe? Well, I'm not sure where that information would be at, but we're still, I think we've really done like what, let's say 2? So we still need 1 more to actually meet with the Admiral here. So let me take a look at my chart. And we're going to continue going north because I do know there's another town up here. There's some bats over here too. Perfect. So let's turn my lights off really quickly. Let's send my bat over here to do some crazy stuff. I would like you to go into the battle mode, please, if you don't mind, game. Alrighty, so last time it worked just by kind of getting really up close to them and not giving enough time for them to charge me. So let's see if that works again. Why am I not trying to battle these guys? Okay, there we go. I guess we finally spotted them. So let me see if I just stick very close to them, they'll not have enough time to charge me. Let's hope if that actually works out. So we landed our first shot over here. Again, just stick very close to them, and as long as you do that, they won't have any time to actually pull back and charge. Boom! Alrighty, so no damage acquired right there. And do we want to dispose of the corpses to reduce terror? No. We're going to definitely pick up the food, so there you go. We just basically got back the supplies that we lost back in Vanderbright by being idiots. So, let me turn my lights back on over here. And I saw a few more bats over this side. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually go after them really quickly because supplies is something that's going to be kind of really valuable in the long run here. Alrighty, come on. Now, turning your lights on will give you a better chance of charging from farther away. That's the reason why it took me quite a while to actually acquire my target the first time around. But again, turning your lights on will also... they charged into me, god damn it. Turning your lights on will actually make you more visible for enemies from farther away. It's kind of like a little bit of a... catch-22 scenario right there. Alright, so we can gather up the corpses or dispose of the corpses. We're going to actually just gather them up again, get some more food. Sweet. Now, this is getting really foggy over here. This will actually increase terror, the fog, if I'm right. So, we want to avoid that for now. We want to go upwards north. So, let's turn it around over here. Turn my lights back on. Send my Z-Bat out to do some scouting for us. And we're going to actually just full power ahead because I do kind of know where we're going up north. We're down to almost 6 fuel, so we kind of have to start considering maybe dropping some echoes on fuel really soon. Hopefully we can find a deal somewhere. Ideal, but oh shit. Nope. I probably don't have to tell you this, but you might want to avoid this monster early on. 400 HP is a little bit too much money or too much health for you to deal with right now. Don't spot me, dog. Alright, he has a question mark, so he's trying to like scope out the area over here. That's why I turned my lights off. Hopefully he won't spot me. Alright, let's actually full power ahead, because I'm worried about this guy coming over here and be like, hey, let me just bash my fucking iceberg body into your ship over here. How's that sound? I'd be like, you know what, dog, it doesn't sound good at all. So we're up here to Censor's Arts. I'll send my Z-Bat to do its thing. Up, there is another port over here. If I'm right, this is Codex. I don't think we could do anything here yet, but we're going to check it out regardless of which. So, the Isle of Codex is kind of weird. This is the Isle of Answers. So, the only thing I've already found here is there is a person that's down to, like, lay down her life, apparently. This one has waited all her life for a single answer. Give her that answer and she will be ready to lay down her life. So I'm not sure if you get, like, an extra crew member, but you need to bring a searing enigma. That's the answer that she requires anyone to join. So, I'm not sure what that's all about. And we can buy some fuel over here, too. And we're up to, what, 90 right now? Can we make it back in London in time? I think we should be able to, so I'm going to hold off on it. I hope that's not the worst decision I'm making over here. So I'm not going to buy any fuel yet because, echoes are really hard to come by. We should be getting some echoes once we get back to London and return our reports because they do give you money for that. So let me just full power ahead. We're going to go up to Wither, which is over here if I'm right. Z-Bat, go do your thing. There's another iceberg enemy over there. That's kind of terrifying. We're about to hit actually 4 fuel kind of soon. We might want to buy at least maybe 1 extra fuel just to make sure that we make it back. Iceberg, go away. Go away. Turn light off. Go away, dog. There's nothing for you over here. This is a town. Respect the boundary of the town, dog. Alright? So, we're at Wither. A chilly city besides a waste of salt. Alrighty, Wither. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale way stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. So we can explore the town, which we obviously will. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of gray stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly, not exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. So, walk away riddles are for children. Bet an echo on one of these simpler riddles. One of the fishermen is bustling trying to try it. High-risk challenge. Your page's quality gives you a 30% chance of success. That's pretty low. Again, our page is actually pretty low because of that. So, it only costs 1 echo, though. 30% chance? Well, might as well try it. A whale's eye. The fisherman chuckles and pounds the ground with a fist. City folk, he crows. City folk, pay up. So you lost 1 echo. You now have 5 fragments at least. And pages 25 failed. That's all for now. We failed it. We can't do it again, I don't think, right? We will have the port report now. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day is that? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you're cobbled together enough implication and supposition to compose a report. So we have 1 report. Remember, these people love to answer questions with questions. That's the reason why that was all kind of weird. So we also have another challenge over here, a very modest challenge. Our veil's quality gives us 75% chance of success. So the folk of Wither are quiet and sly and mystical. They subsist on cave fish and other dust-burrowing beasts of the waste. Their beer, however, is adequate. Oh, this you've unlocked with Terror 1. You have 7. 50 echo. Fuck that, man. This might just be to reduce some fear, so no, I'm alright, dog. I'm quite alright. Let's go to the House of the Question. Apparently it's a DC character as well. Alrighty. Let's see. Northwest of Wither Town, the House of the Question stands alone. Here, the initiates of the house make offerings to the 3 gods of the deep sea, and perhaps a 4th who is not a god. It's the one who places in Wither where you can sometimes get a straight answer for a price. Getting the attention of a god is useful, chiefly for lifting curses. Okay, we don't have any curses, so this might not be for us right now. We can defy the gods, though. Spit on the floor, curse the priest, overturn an altar. This will increase your iron and hearts by 5 each, up to 110, and set your terror to 0, but you will never be able to remove any god's curse or benefit in certain other ways. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. So I like the idea of 5 extra hearts and iron, because iron is our damage boost, but if we get a curse, then we're kind of fucked, right? So, let's, play it safe here and say thank you, but no thank you. So that's it. We're done over here. Let's check out the shops. Anything of interest here? Alright, here's, for instance, we talked about trading stories for fuel and other items. This guy is down to actually give us fuel for one of the Z stories which we have. So we're definitely going to buy 1 fuel for Z story, and that's it. So we're up to 6 now. Good. There's also a hunter's cage. And this guy actually deals with Tales of the Terror. So we could buy a Stygian ivory and supplies with Tales of Terror. We only have 1 Tale of Terror, though, so we can't afford anything over here. Stygian ivory. Okay. So we're done over here. Nothing else going on. Doesn't seem that way. Alrighty, so we want this guy to kind of fuck off before we decide to leave. So, yeah, go away. We're gonna go straight back to Fallen London now, I want to say. And let me turn my light off over here. It might increase my terror, but that's okay. We're going back to Fallen London anyway. So what I'm going to do is just go to our room, take a rest here, and hopefully because of some of the reports that we do have, we will be able to get some money from the reports alone. And then maybe we'll think about upgrading some things. We need to buy some fuel. Oh, that was actually kind of close. Come on, Falcon. Are you drunk over here? It's like, oh god, the captain's drunk. Let's send the bat over here, and I'm going to try to avoid Iceberg Man over here. Come on, dog. What are you, like some sort of fucking evolution Pokemon or something? There's an ice Pokemon, right? Like this new ice golem, right? I mean, I'm not exactly in tune with Pokemon as much as I used to be back in the, oh god, here comes Grandpa talking again. Oh, back in my days when I used to play red and blue, and fucking yellow, and oh, there's some bats over here we might want to fight. Might want to fight them. Let's get close to these bad boys over here. Come on, dog. Come on. Yeah, but here comes Grandpa again, talking about the old days, huh? Oh yeah, what did you play? Let me guess, is Silver your favorite Game Boy, or is Silver your favorite Pokemon game? As a matter of fact, it is, alright? I know I'm being really facetious towards myself, but it's my favorite game as a matter of fact. But I have played some of the recent ones anyway, and I know there's like an ice golem of some kind. I can't remember his name though, because I don't remember the names nowadays. I know what they look like, but names, it's kind of like, nah, dog. I deal with the Squirtles and the fucking Bulbasaurs, alright? Alright, so we can gather up the corpses, which we will, because actually, no. Our terror is at 12. Let's actually dispose of the corpses, and we lost 2 terrors, so now we're down to 10. That might be the best case scenario right now, because I think in food we're doing okay. So we definitely just want to take care of the bats for now, just to reduce our terror. We'll do this with this guys over here too. Mind you, we've only seen the bats. There's a bunch of different enemies in this game, and I like how we still haven't noticed them, really. Okay. They're literally right in front of me. They're coming after me now, so let's... Fuck me. Oh, there's some of the crabs over here too. Now the crabs are... Oh, fuck, 2 crabs. The crabs are interesting. You could actually eat them instantly for hunger reduction, or you could also dissect them for information. So we might want to get involved with them. They're a little bit easier than the bats just because they kind of work like ships. As long as you stay kind of close to them, you have a pretty good chance of avoiding damage altogether. Let me hit this guy over here. You're going to come after me? It's cool. Just stay close to them. Stay close to them. Boom. Okay. And we are going to do terror one more time. So we're down to 10 because we've increased it a bit. And I want to go after these crabs over here. I would love to just get one away from the crowd of 2. But chances are I probably won't. So this is going to be kind of like more of a difficult fight. And I hate having to kind of put my hull at risk. So I'm not entirely sure this is the best case scenario. But he hasn't noticed me. So at the very least, I am getting a chance to kind of shoot him from afar. He's going to charge me really soon. There, we got him before he did that. His homeboy's going to hit me though, more than likely. So butcher it for supplies or dissect it for knowledge. This is a very modest challenge. I have a 75% chance of succeeding. Let's try it out though. You've gained 1 fragment, so only 1? So we have 76 fragment now. And you succeeded in Page's challenge. Okay, that was actually not really worth it. Oh god, here he comes. Oh, he missed me. He barely missed. Good. Now I'm just going to stick to his backside, and he shouldn't be able to charge for an attack now. I could be wrong, but that's normally how I played it before, and it's worked. So I'm just going to stick to his backside. You can't charge me, dog. I got to cheat to win. Alrighty, butcher for supplies or knowledge. We'll do a knowledge one again. We got 1 more fragment. Okay. We might have just done the supplies for that one. I don't think 1 fragment is really worth it, but whatever. Let's look at our chart over here. We're heading back to Fallen London, which is down over here. So that is going to... Oh, we're really down to 2 fuel. I should have been paying more attention to that. You guys got to remind me, dog. I mean, pipe up every now and then. Falcon, hey, your fuel's kind of low. Let me know. Look at this shit. I'm over here hunting animals when we're about to run out of fuel here. Let me come over on this side and dock over here. You guys have any fuel? You probably do. For 20, huh? I'm gonna have to do it, I think. Yeah. So let me buy at least one fuel for now, and that's about it. There's nothing else that we can do here right now, is there? Not really. Okay. So we're going to call it an episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you would like. The support does mean a lot. We're going to head back to Fallen London, and then we're going to go down towards the south of the map, and that's where some crazy things happen. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Leave any tips behind. I really appreciate them because I'm not too familiar with this game, but any sort of information would be really grateful. And other than that, I will catch you next time.